This video is brought to you by John Robson Guitar Tuition. If you enjoy the content, please consider supporting the channel by enrolling on a course, purchasing some guitar lessons or a t-shirt, or you can join my Patreon. Now, on with the show. Hello chaps, welcome once again to John Robson Guitar Tuition. As always, I do hope you're well. Today is Tuesday, which means we're doing a top 5 list, and the topic under discussion today is something of a departure. I have done these kind of off-topic videos in the past, and I'll continue to do them because it just gets it off my chest, basically. But the thing is, I know that there's at least one or two people who have their own YouTube channels that watch my channel, and that is a bit of an honour, actually, the fact that I'm getting the respect of me peers, as it were. And what I thought I'd do today is do a video I've been thinking about doing for a while about the things that I've learned about making YouTube videos. Basically, this is just this is not me trying to be some sort of kind of know-it-all guru on what's the best way to make a YouTube video. These are just things that I've learned that I think have improved my videos, and if they can be of any use to any of you out there who've got YouTube channels or who are thinking about starting one, then maybe they can be useful to you as well. So, what are the things I've learned about making YouTube videos? Well, let's get started straight away with
focus.
Yes, back when I first started making videos and uploading regularly, I tended to wander off on tangents quite a lot. For example, if I was trying to explain or demonstrate a particular guitar solo, I would say, well, yes, this solo is using this scale or this mode, and then I'd demonstrate that all over the neck and kind of tell you how it differed from this scale or that scale, which is similar but not quite the same. And because, that'll work over these chords but not over these chords, and just go off and, tangents, as I say it, like that all the time. So one thing I have learned is to try and keep it focused and to the point. Talk about the solo or the chord sequence or the topic that you're talking about, and try not to kind of wander off the beaten track too much. The thing is, when you have a knowledge of a subject, you can easily kind of think, oh, and that means this, and that means that as well, and I'd better explain this bit over here, and you can get, you can get distracted. So try and avoid doing that. Keep to the point and keep it on point and keep it brief, I guess. So that's the first thing. Next,
trim out the fat.
Yeah, trim out the fat. As I was saying earlier, this is kind of relating to that first point there. Not only keep to the point, but have a point. Have one point that you're trying to make, not 6 or 7 points that you're trying to make and trying to join the dots between them. By all means, make some long-form content, broken down into maybe a series of videos that will do that. But it's better to teach or to explain or to demonstrate or to talk about one thing well than 6 or 7 things badly, I think. And as I say, it helps keep it brief as well. There is a certain well-known YouTuber who I'm not going to name because I am a big fan of his channel when I get to watch his videos. But this chap seldom makes a video that's less than 40 to 45 minutes long. And quite often I don't have the time to sit down and watch one YouTube video of that kind of length. So I miss a load of his content, which isn't ideal. But, so I'm conscious that if I can keep it brief, then there's probably more chance that I'm going to get more views, which is, after all, the reason why we're all doing this, is to try and get people to watch the videos. I don't think there's anybody out there making videos that they think, I don't want anyone to watch this. So keep it brief. People will then think, oh yeah, I've got 10 minutes. I'll watch that John Robson video, hopefully. So yeah, that's the basic thing. Have a point, but only one point, and keep to that point. Those first 2 things, I guess, are very closely related, but I thought I'd separate them out because, it's coming at the same thing from a different angle, I suppose. Next.
Tell stories.
Yeah. Whatever you're putting up on YouTube, you are not necessarily a guitar teacher or a product demonstrator or, a teacher in this or that topic or the other. What you are doing is you are telling stories. Your first duty is to be entertaining. And it's not for me to say whether I achieve that or not. I try my best, but I'm hardly the person to judge it. But yeah, have a story. Try and kind of plot it out. Think about how you're going to get this topic across. Throw in a couple of little anecdotes if you need to, that hopefully true ones, about how you came to realise that this was the way to do something and how that solved a problem for you, and how you can then kind of pass that on to somebody else. Have a beginning, a middle, and an end. Something where you can kind of close the arc of the story. It makes it more satisfying for the viewer, even on a subliminal level. They don't notice that they're being kind of spun a yarn. I mean that in a positive sense, not kind of like spinning a yarn. We often use that as a way of kind of a polite way of saying somebody's basically BSing. But no, you have a story arc, or try to have something of that nature to your videos, and they will be more entertaining, and therefore people will come back and watch your videos the next time that they see you've got one uploaded. So tell stories. Next.
Talk to one person.
Yeah, something else that I used to fall victim to in my early days on YouTube, which is that even though you look at your audience figures and you might have, 500 subscribers, you might have, 5,000, you might have 50,000. Don't sit there talking to the camera thinking you're addressing a crowd of that number of people, because it just doesn't work. I learned this, that you don't put on your best formal kind of 1930s BBC announcer kind of persona and talk very correctly. Just kind of talk as though you're, like I'm doing now, like I'm just having a conversation, albeit a bit one-sided, but you're talking like you are speaking to one person who sat in front of you, and you're just hopefully having, well, not a bit of back and forth, but there is hopefully some kind of dialogue there. The person is listening to you, or the viewer is listening to you, watching you, and they feel like you're speaking to them, not like you're speaking to a crowd that they are part of. It's just a good way of I think, coming across on camera. That's what I've been told anyway, so that's the way I do it. So yes, talk to one person, not many people. Next.
Be yourself. Perhaps
the most important thing of all, be yourself. Okay? It's tempting when you look at a massively successful, person that's doing something that's in the same sort of vein that you're kind of aspiring to do or starting to do, to think, that guy does it really, really well, so I'm going to do it like that guy. By all means, learn lessons, in terms of the structure of a video or anything like that. But, your mannerisms, your mode of speech, your manner of behaviour should be all yours, because that way you'll come across as genuine. And, any other way you're going to come across as a little bit contrived, I would say. The other thing is, make videos on topics that you are interested in. It's the reason why you don't find many videos or any videos on my channel, about music that features 8-string multi-scale drop tune guitar parts, because that's not what interests me. And if you don't have that inherent interest in what you're talking about, that is going to shine through like a beacon, and people are going to tell that you're not interested. So if you're not interested, you're not going to be interesting. That is the another thing that just came to me then. That's a nice little soundbite, isn't it? Be interested in what you're talking about, and you will hopefully be interesting to the people who are watching. So those, and be yourself. Those are my 5 things that I think are the important lessons I've learned in, the last 5 or 6 years since I started taking this YouTube thing kind of seriously, I guess. Hopefully, if you are in the business of putting content together on this platform or any other, you will have found something useful there, and hopefully it's something that you can, use to good effect for yourself. But that is very much the video for today, folks. Hope you've enjoyed it and found it useful and informative and hopefully a little bit entertaining at the same time. And if that's the case, please hit the subscribe button and the notification bell if you haven't already done so. And why not drop me a like while you're at it? Don't forget the live stream every Friday 5 p.m. UK time, where we drink beer and talk about music and guitars and all manner of other things. Great way to kick off the weekend. I'd love to see you there if you can make it. But for now, I'll bid you all a good day and say thank you so much for watching. Thank you for your time. Look after yourselves, folks. Stay well, stay safe, and above all, stay sane. Bye for now.